I'm Mommy of Max and Mommy, and today I'm going to tell you how to do pureed pears. I know some of you out there have been dabbling in pureeing some food, so I'm going to be introducing pears this week, tell you a little bit about what to look for. There's many different varieties of pears. You want to make sure that your pear is ripe before you use it. A lot of pears in the stores won't be ripe just because of how they crystallize whenever they're hung. So if they were ripe, then by the time you got them, they'd be destroyed. So you're gonna have to wait a little bit probably with the pears. You just wanna make sure that whenever you push down on the skin, there's a little firmness. Right, Max? Right. So, all you're gonna wanna do at first with your pear is you're going to, pear, of course, take the little guy off. I would stress getting organic pears just because, of pesticides and things like that out there. Also, wash your pears thoroughly whenever you are going to use them on a baby. You will be peeling it, so it should be fine. However, just to get off any excess, anything that's on there that could get into the food and contaminate you and your hands. Anything like an apple with a thinner skin, a lot of the pesticides and stuff can get into it. So that's why I especially stress organic with pears and apples. Bananas, oranges, that kind of thing, they have a thicker skin, so it's likely not to penetrate. So you're just going to peel your pears. I'm going to try and do this the best I can on here, not take up too much time. You're going to want to get it off as much of the brown stuff as possible. Pears are especially good for babies because they have a lot of vitamin C and potassium, and they've been known to ward off cancers later in life, as most fruits have antioxidants powers. Just like an apple, I personally don't eat very many pears, but babies tend to like them more. So just like an apple, the way you peel it. If you have a core, please use that. If not, make sure that you cut out all the seeds. Seeds are important. Don't let those get into your meal. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this into small chunks. Core it just like an apple. So let me make sure. So it's cut into chunks like this, and then even smaller, so they get softer faster. Again, taking careful notice. You can leave the skin on. It's for babies under 6 months, it's definitely not recommended. For older babies, it's fine. It's just harder to digest. So take a bunch of chunks. I am going to be steaming these today, so I have the Baby Bullet steamer, which is a great purchase, but feel free to steam in your steamer. Just take note that the longer you steam or cook vegetables, the less nutrients there are. That's for you too, so make sure you keep that in mind. So steam only as long as needed. They recommend that you definitely cook, even boil the pears for babies 6 months and under. If they're 6 months and up like Max, then you can get away with steaming them. And even older than that, then they can just start eating them. So I am using the Baby Bullet steamer. It also has storage pack. I don't know if they came together. I kind of bought this off somebody. But so as you can see, I'm steaming the pear chunks so that they get a little bit softer, which is easier for pureeing and getting less chunks in there. Since he's only 6 months, I like to just give it a little bit, but make sure it's nice and soft. After you're done steaming, you're going to want to let all the pear chunks cool down before you decide to puree it. And you can add formula or water. I just do water because I do a formula oatmeal and with the pears all together whenever I'm making it for him. So as for now, I just add a little bit of water just to make it a little smoother of consistency, and I'll show you that in a minute. Hi, okay, so the pears have cooled now. See? They're nice and soft and squishy. I'm going to be putting this in my Baby Bullet. You don't have to have a Baby Bullet. You can have a regular bullet and do this. Or You can even have a blender. Get out of town. This is a blender. It's a little blender, but it's a blender. The little blade, it's a blender. Anyway, but it comes with all this other baby stuff, so yeah, I like it. So, I put all of these in here. Now, the amount of water, I would say for half, this one has a little, that's more of a quarter piece. I just want to double check. So the amount of water, I would say about two ounces. This actually has 2.5 ounces, but I'm going to do 2 ounces of water. Right? I'm going to do 1.5. I'm going to stick it with 1.5 for about a half a pear. This is how much pear I still have left. I'm going to steam that after this. So, as you can see, look, it has the little smiley face baby bullet. So I put 1.5 ounces of water in here. Adjust to what your baby prefers. If it likes it very watery, then add more. If it likes it a little bit thicker, add less. You'll see whenever you do it how thick it is. It's kind of a, you're not going to do hit or miss. So, now this is very important. You want to make sure all the chunks are out. So give it a shake. Make sure it all gets in there because you don't want your baby choking if it doesn't have teeth. Not that they're not soft, but babies won't know it's in there and they'll just try to swallow it. All right, so as you can see, we have a nice, whoop, I don't want it to come out the front, pear puree. Remember when you're giving a baby new food, wait 2 to 3 days afterward to see if there's any allergic reactions. You don't want to give him this new food and then say, give him avocados tomorrow for the first time, because then if he gets diarrhea or something, you won't know what caused it. So as to avoid it again, you'll have to give them both again and he'll have to have diarrhea again, which is bad for both of you. So for food storage. Now the baby bullet comes with these lovely little containers here. The storage containers. But you can also use your breast milk bags. They're disposable. They're just like little Ziploc, food grade Ziploc bags that you can put in the freezer. They have ounces on them. They're lovely. It's a little bit messier. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little messier. But use your spoon, don't try to squeeze it. Don't, unless you're just doing individual, then you can like cut a little hole in the bottom and squeeze it out. But don't try to squeeze it. You can use your spoon and scoop however much you want out as well. It's up to you. So just a suggestion, these are great too. So for this, I'll be using this little baby bullet. And then again, I do a scoop of oatmeal and a scoop of formula with it, with a little bit extra water for the right consistency for my baby. He did not like eating anything plain. He just made faces the whole time. So I ended up adding a little bit of oatmeal. I'm actually getting a little bit extra at the bottom. So hopefully, whenever I make the other half of the pear, I will get 2 full containers. I will probably freeze one and leave the other one to eat so I can mix and match. So that is pears. You can also do apples very similar to this, although I suggest doing boiling the apples instead. But you can steam them as well as long as they're soft enough to puree. And that is how you make pureed pears. I'll probably be doing a few more of these if you guys want. Butternut squash is a little bit different. And there's some other stuff out there that's great for babies, but you have to change your game up a little bit. All right, thanks. Have a great day.